Hi everyone, welcome to Tuesday, and of course every Tuesday we take a look at the performance of the main board for the New Zealand Stock Exchange, being the NZSX 50. Before I jump across and share my screen, just a reminder that on Thursday night at 7:30 I'm doing an introduction to investing webinar. It's a very elementary course, and we're going to cover off things like compound interest, how to find out what type of risk profile you've got. So it's a great starter course, and I'd love to see you there. Link is below. And also the housekeeping, just remember that today it is for educational purposes only. Definitely not intended to be personalised financial advice. If you are looking for that, then you do need to go and have a chat to your own financial advisor. Right, let's take a look. Now, I'm recording this on Monday evenings. If we have a look here, we have had another positive week for last week, which is absolutely fantastic. And you can see where that sort of dashed line is. That's where the market closed last week, and it's in fact closed at the same level for today's trading as well. And it's slightly at a new all-time high. Certainly nothing to get excited about. It's only just there. If I look back here for about 3 weeks ago, the market closed at 13,514, and today it has closed just a little bit higher, so 13,548. But hey, it's still edging up, which is really good. It's great to see. Now, if I look down the bottom here at the volume charts, you can see that we've got a little bit more of a green bar 2 weeks ago, which indicated a little bit more buying pressure. However, last week there was a lot less volume. There was only about $73.5 million worth of shares traded, whereas the previous week there was 112 million. It has slipped back a little bit. To actually see a good strong market, we do want to see a little bit more volume coming through, like this candle back here, which was on sort of the week of the 15th of September. We had $223 million worth of shares traded. Now that is a good sign. Obviously we've only got a little doji there, but that's the sort of thing that we want to see, which really then does indicate that you are potentially in a bull market. Now let's just go and pop our moving averages on and just see how everything is looking there. We'll pop on our 30 exponential, and we will also pop on the 15. And you can see there that obviously the New Zealand market is trading above both of those, and we've got a nice healthy line up basically with both of them. They're both certainly pointing up, and that's a really good thing to see, and that's what we want to see in our market. It could just be that it just keeps trickling away and edging higher, and there's nothing wrong with that. That would be very good, and in fact that's where it could be a good idea to be holding a position in an ETF, being an exchange traded fund like Smart Invest tend to offer. That's where you've got exposure to all of the companies trading on the New Zealand market. They do have a couple of different offerings. You can actually have one that mirrors the market, or you can have one that has a 5% cap limit to it. But that could be a good thing to participate in at the moment, especially if our market is going to keep hedging up. Because as I've said before, our market has really got an exposure to probably 7 or 8 shares that are performing quite strongly. It's certainly not a broad participation across the main holdings. It's only a few select that are driving this market. Now, I've just gone on to the 1 year chart, so that brings up these candles as daily candles. And this is, again, it is looking quite positive. You can see that dashed line there. So that's obviously where the market closed today, being Monday, and it's hit it about 3 or 4 times now. So it would be really good just to see that continuing, to see it creeping up, and then it could certainly be a good indication for our market, which is what we want to see. I'll just go back to the 5 year. Now I'll just take one of these off, and I'll just go and change this one to a 200 period moving average, just so that it gives us an idea as to the overall trend of where our market's heading. And you can see here, so the 200 period moving average, it is a slow moving average because it's obviously on a weekly basis. And yes, it's almost looking like it's flatlining, but our market itself has actually really started to move away from that 200 period moving average. So that is a good sign. Whether we're going to see a little bit more movement in that direction, who knows? Only time will tell, but there's certainly a lot of positive indicators at the moment. We've had 2 weeks where the market has closed higher. Like I just said, we're at that all-time high level again, smidgen above, and that is a good positive indicator. and it could be something to consider. Maybe do your research and having a look at an ETF, like I said, in the New Zealand market. Anyway, I'll stop sharing. I hope that's helped. Just remember, if there is a share that you would like me to review, pop it in the notes. Or if there's any questions that you would like to know about share investing, share trading, that sort of thing, I'm happy to teach you my methodology and what I use. So look forward to reading your comments. And until Thursday, take care.